students, you have learned that the major nutrients are needed by our body which we get from food. These are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Let's begin by tasting different food items to see if they contain starch, protein or fats. So, in this module, we will learn to taste of starch, protein and fat in the food items. One should have milk in his diet because it is a complete food. But what is meant by complete food? Complete food means the food that contains all the required components of food such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, etc. Milk contains almost all of these acquired components, so it is a complete food. Let's conduct an activity to find out presence of component of food such as starch, protein and fat in different food item. To conduct this activity, required items are potatoes, pulses, cashew nuts, knife, dropper, candle, matchbox, test tubes, iodine solution, copper sulfate solution and caustic soda solution and water. Let's first test the food items for the presence of starch. Take 4 test tubes and mark them as A, B, C, D and place them in a test tube stand. Cut a small piece of potato with knife and put it in the test tube A. Take a little quantity of powder paste and put it in test tube B. In the test tube C, add some pieces of crushed cashew nut. In test tube D, add little amount of water and label this as control. With the help of a dropper, add small drop of iodine solution to each test tube. Now, wait 2 to 3 minutes and observe. What do you observe? The potato piece in the test tube A turns blue-black. You can also observe that no change has occurred in the test tube B, C and D. Starch reacts with iodine solution to get a blue-black color. The test tube containing potato shows blue-black coloration. This confirms potato contains starch. Let's now perform next activity to test the presence of protein in the food item. First, take 4 test tubes and mark them as A, B, C and D and place them in a test tube stand. Now, similar to first experiment, put a piece of potato with knife and put it in the test tube A. Take a little quantity of powder paste and put it in test tube B. In the test tube C, add some pieces of crushed cashew nut. And in test tube D, add little amount of water and label as control. With the help of dropper, add little amount of water in each test tube and shake all the test tube well. Now, with the help of dropper, add few drops of copper sulfate solution and few drops of caustic soda solution to each test tube. Again, shake all the test tube well. And wait for few minutes. Observe the change in color in all the test tube. This time you will observe that in the test tube B, color of food items change from blue to violet. But why is it so? It is because protein gets violet color and reacting with copper sulfate and caustic soda. Hence, we conclude that the pulses contain proteins.
Conduct a test that confirms the presence of fats in food substance. Take 4 pieces of paper and mark these pieces as A, B, C and D respectively. Paper A keeps a small potato. On paper B, keep powdered pulses, and paper C, put crushed cashew nut. Do not keep anything on paper D. Wrap each food item in the respected paper and crush them properly. Now, strengthen the paper and remove the food items from them. What do you observe on the paper pieces? Let's see. There is nothing on paper A and paper B. There are some peculiar patches on the paper C. No, there is nothing on paper D also. Let's find out more about patches on paper C. Are these patches oily? Light the candle and hold it on the lighted candle. What do you observe? A very faint light passes through the oily patch. Oily patch of the paper confirms the fat in the food items. Therefore, we conclude that cashew nut contains fats. In this module, you have learned that food items contain some essential components. For example, potatoes contain starch, pulses contain protein, and cashew nut contain fat.